Oh, where you been crawling, Tunnel Rat?
Who's Tunnel Rat?
Apparently you are.
And we're back at Being a Fine Figure with another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing. This time it is none other than Tunnel Rat. Now, I don't think that's how he got his name, but we'll go with it for now. As y'all know, if you don't know, that Tunnel Rat is actually what they used to call, it was sort of what they used to call soldiers who had the dangerous task or job or mission of checking out the tunnels that during the Vietnam War, that they had a system of tunnels that they used to dig, to hide from the enemies and stuff like that. And it was the soldiers who used to go into those tunnels. They were labeled the tunnel rats, but it was so dangerous because you never know what they could encounter. They could be ambushed. There were booby traps. There were explosions. There were spikes. There were all kinds of stuff. So, at that time, it was, in fact, one of the most dangerous jobs to have in the Vietnam War. But today it's all about the actual tunnel rat, the actual figure. And as always, as is customary here, we are going to open this up and we will be right back. Okay, so the figure is out of the packaging. So as always, it comes with this storage locker or case or whatever. All the weapons are inside. He is actually 83 in the line. Go figure. My last unboxing was 86 or 89. So like I said, they're all over the place. And he has a lot of accessories, which I understand he is G.I. Joe. He's an action figure, but the original, like I was saying before, the original Tunnel Rats weren't given much. They were just giving maybe a pistol and a flashlight. Because, obviously some of these tunnels were very small. And, they had to just explore, make sure nobody was hiding, make sure there was no ambush. But, of course, it is G.I. Joe. It's classified. So there's tons and tons of weapons. So we'll go over them. What I did notice right off the bat, which it's happening a lot lately, is the weapons. I mean, look at that. It's all bent. For the price, I mean, it should be a little bit, they should put it in, I know they put it in that locker, but man, they should have fixed it. Like, who was it? Snowjob. Snowjob's weapon came in its own little cardboard and it kept it straight. And this one here is like all over the place. And I know we can fix it, we can, stuff like that, but still we shouldn't have to. Again, for the price, they should do much better as far as protecting it or making it a little stronger plastic, a little bit harder plastic than this rubber. But yeah, even at the best, it still has a little mold to it. But the weapon itself is nice. Again, it's an exaggerated weapon considering what his job duty is. I know if you look at the box, they put him in like sort of a train tunnel. But in reality, the tunnels were much, much smaller. Obviously, the people were shorter. So they had to dig. Most of the time, they had to go into those tunnels, kneeling down, crawling down, hoping that, there was no one to begin with, or that it wasn't booby trapped, or, that they were going to come out alive and not encounter some dangerous fate. But yeah. Right off the bat, not too happy with the gun. I think it's an over-exaggeration for what his character, its job is. It's just a little hard to hold on to a flashlight and carry a weapon up this big when you're exploring the tunnels, which are meant to be smaller. But, I guess according to the image here, he only explores train tunnels. So, all right, we'll go with that, I guess. He's got that nice knife, actually, detail of the knife. Oh, besides that, let's go back. The details on it is actually pretty good, besides the fact that it's bent. It's got the two-tone colors on it. I love when they do that. I sometimes the all black kind of just doesn't, doesn't do much when they're all one color. This one here at least stands out. And of course, it's got the peg holes there for effects that it doesn't break. It's got the nice weapon. Nice knife. It's got the little details on the top there. It's got the nice curve. I like when they do the edge part that it looks like it's actually sharp. That I like. And of course, got a nice simple handle. See this, he could use. He's got multiple flashlights. So they're both the same. So we'll just do one. Nice little detail there. Kind of reminds me of Outbacks, about the size, same size. It's got that green light. Better to see at night. He's got his headpiece with the extra flashlights and night lights on it, which I think is pretty cool. It's got the port there for the eyes. I'm gonna see, like, hopefully later it falls right in and it matches up straight to where it needs to be. But it's a nice detail there. It's got some nice there, the vision there. Oh, that one's a little off. I don't know if you can see. The paint's not quite centered. It's mostly coming to the end. The other ones ain't too bad. Nicely done. And then, of course, it's got the little, meant to have a swivel up top, but it does not. He's got his own pouch there, or side wallet, or I don't know what you call these, but just go with cells with the pouch. Can't call it a wallet. It does kind of look like a wallet. Again, no buckle highlight, no nothing, no, just plain old one color. He's got the nice pattern on it, but it's just very plain. And then he's got the 6-shooter there. These I like these pistols. This is nice. This is reminiscent of what they actually had back in those days in the Vietnam War. And this is what they actually sent them with. They sent them with a flashlight. And they send them with a pistol, obviously, to dig into those tunnels and, hopefully that everything was good. And then also it has a magazine here, or a clip for the gun. And again, I've been very vocal about the extra. I appreciate what they do with him. You have that nice, looks like he's loading and stuff like that, but it's just a small piece to lose. And, the other pieces I tried, I put them in there not to take them out, because hopefully not to lose. But yeah, I get it. Some people are like that. I personally don't, but, all power to them. Everybody has their own preference. And of course, his backpack, pretty big backpack. At least they did a little bit of a color there on the straps there, on the buckles. You can see they're gray. It's pretty big for a tunnel rat. Again, I don't know what kind of tunnels they're meant to explore, but again, it is G.I. Joe, so I'm assuming he only explores big tunnels, tunnels, car tunnels and train tunnels and huge mining tunnels probably. But yeah, it's got I guess that's where all the flashlights go on top. I guess you put both flashlights on each side. And then not much, nothing to hold the other weapons. All right, now onto the figure. I think we've spent too much time on the accessories. Some of these figures come with way too much accessories. Not that it's bad. Now, as you can see, the head is very loose. You see that? Like, I'm barely, look at that. It is very, very loose. The rest of the joints ain't too bad, but the head, man, I don't think I have a G.I. Joe that's this loose. I didn't realize that just when I was taking out. I like the figure. Again, a newer character, so how accurate it is, I'm going to have to go back, and I guess with the little intro you saw at the beginning was probably the most exposure that I've seen Tunnel Rat. I've heard about the character, but I don't think I've ever got to see much of him. And that particular cartoon I wasn't a fan of. But I think, let's start off with what I don't like about this figure. The accessories up here is too much. They're too loose. I get it. I wish that the ammunition was a little bit tighter, because it just flips everything. And then it comes off so easily. I wish they would have been more proportioned, small enough to go around. I hate to, it should have looked like this. This would have been cool. I get the whole removing thing, but I would have cared less if, as long as it didn't cover the peg in the back for the backpack, I would have been okay if they would have just molded this into the suit, just like that. It's too loose. This constantly moves. You got the bandana. It's like all over the place. So maybe I will not be posting it with it, just so that I can get, even this wasn't right. Yeah, just so that I can get that so it doesn't move. The minute you put this on, it's all over the place. But besides that, actually, let's take this off. We'll come back to it. Again, it's big. And maybe I'll put it over Outback or, I don't know, Bazooka or somebody that has a big skull. Other than that, the figure's not too bad. I do like this here. Again, it's a little too loose. They should have proportioned it better to the body. Well, see, actually, there's actually not bad. But then again, I had to take the rounds out just so that you can get that nice. But again, man, that is just bobblehead. I mean, this is a bobblehead. I got a bobblehead. Man, not too happy about that, man. Hopefully, that's not a problem going forward. Because I've been happy so far with the exception of CoverGirl. Let me not say completely happy. And maybe Serrana had a couple of issues, but not too many. This head sculpt is terrible. I mean, it's just a bobblehead. It just swings back and forth. I do like the head. They have nice details. It's got the paint. It's got the do-rag there. Nicely done. The face, the tone is pretty good. It's got some pretty good articulations. It's got the nice... Oh, they put a rat. Oh, fitting. And his name is on the uniform. That's actually pretty cool. I don't think I've had too many other Joes that have names on their uniform. So that's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see it. And it has a little... They put a little rat with a flashlight. That's a nice touch. I guess, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. I might have to... That's a nice symbol. I like that. That's a nice logo there for Tunnel Rat. Other than that, he's got that green shirt, sleeves rolled up, not bad. The holster there for the gun is actually pretty good. Don't understand what the two holes are for, but man, this is driving me crazy. That head just keeps moving back and forth. Anyway, he's got the knife there. We can put the knives, got the nice pouches there. They're actually up. They're not sliding loose. Had a few issues with other Joes with that. I like that they put the knee pads on him, of course, because obviously they do understand with the tunnels that he's going to be crawling into. So the details, I like the tats. It's got some green tats. I guess they match you. Now it's hard to tell if those are actually tattoos or it's just paint because the face paint, they're all the same. Obviously, I don't think he's going to put those tattoos in his face, but they could have done that. Maybe in black would have looked good. But, I guess the green. And, of course, the trigger hands, pinless, which I love. And, the hands seem a little stiff, but better than loose. Yeah, I do. I'm digging this. I'm digging Tunnel Rat. I like the look of it. Again, I could do without this. It just gives too much. It's like too much here, moving all over the place, on top of the fact that the head is just loose as hell. Man, it's very loose. I feel like it might pop off. Hope so not. Well, won't be doing too much with Tunnel Rat just so I don't make it worse than what it is already. Other than that, it's a pretty decent figure. They did a good job. I mean, again, I'm going to have to go back and look at the original release and see how... I usually did. I just haven't had time. I usually go ahead and see how accurate they are to the original releases of any of these figures. And I haven't gone back to him because, again, it wasn't a character that I grew up watching because he wasn't in the original show. But at least I don't think so. Again, I'm so old I don't remember. But, man, he's got the drop. They actually dropped on his own. I didn't even touch him. So, yeah, they're kind of loose. That sucks. But the figure, it's great. It's a solid B, just because of the bobblehead version. I didn't realize that they included those in G.I. Joe Classified. But, man, the details on it is actually pretty good. I'm digging the thing. It's nice, simple. The diversity in the G.I. Joe line is actually amazing. I love it. I'm loving it. Man, the collection keeps growing. So, yeah, let's put it together. I guess we'll just put this for the sakes of just having him on. But man, it's just, I just feel that it's just too much accessories on, for a guy who's supposed to be crawling down the sewer or down tunnels. It's just too much. I mean, yeah. But hey, let's put them together. And on top of that, you also have the one. Okay, all right. Let's again, for his job description, this is just way too much stuff to have on a guy. And it's like they want him to go in the tunnel and they don't expect him to come back, or they don't want him to come back. But yeah, I mean, again, if you Google or research the history of what the tunnel rats were, they would never give him this. Like, he would never have these weapons. Now, I get the whole G.I. Joe thing, but I mean, if you're gonna go see, I hate those damn pieces. If you're gonna, like, base them on actual soldiers or whatnot, make it a little bit more realistic. If you're gonna have a guy go down a tunnel about the size of a small person, how is all this gonna help? Like, literally, like, none of this is gonna help. The flashlights, I get it, but how many flashlights can you actually hold in your hand? You know what I mean? But anyway, let's continue. See, there's the pistols. This is how I expected him. There's just a simple pistol. Yeah, it's nice. It's right in the front too, so it'll probably fall as he's crawling or having to. Whatever he has to lay on his back, you know what I mean? I mean, on his knees and crawl, drag himself with all this equipment. He'll never make it. He will die. He will definitely get trapped in one of those booby traps and that they used to set, or the spikes, or I mean, those people were very creative. I mean, those during the war, they weren't gonna make it easy for other soldiers to find them. They used to have, like, for medical supplies and I mean, they used to have all kinds of stuff in those tunnels. So I mean, how is this guy gonna climb? And again, they have him on a train tunnel, so that's probably why. But again, I get the whole accessory. It's actually not bad. I just think for his job description, it's just too much. So I got the piece that fell on the floor. I guess we'll put it on the outside, because if he's gonna be shooting, you don't want that thing flipping on his. I guess it wouldn't matter anyway. I feel like it doesn't go in actually straight. Maybe it's meant to go this way. Yeah, much better, I guess. Again, man, this bend, man, it's fucking annoying. But anyway, again, this is who G.I. Joe expects to go in a tunnel to find, people hiding, or make sure that there's no traps for the rest of the soldiers. Man, it's the hand grip on it. It's a lot smaller than the actual weapon, so that's a little pain in the ass. Yeah, it's actually, I don't know, man. What's the easiest way to get these on, guys? Comment below. Like, some of these weapons, the finger kind of bends. I'm always afraid that I'm gonna, like, bend it or break it, or But again, this character, it's a great character. It's a great figure. I just think that it is too much. The accessories are way too much. Like, way too much. They should have toned it down a little bit, make it simple, get the job description. Yeah, the things don't even match up to his eyes, so that's another miss. Yeah, so it doesn't really match his eyes. I mean, it matches one, but then it's just over the other. But, I mean, I just think it is a little bit too much. It's a great figure. I mean, don't take me wrong. I like the figure. I just not going to be displaying it with all these crazy accessories. I'm going to make it more realistic to what Tunnel Rat is and what his job description is. But I just think it's just way too much. For somebody, again, I'll repeat myself, somebody who's going to be climbing or, crawling down tunnels looking for other soldiers and stuff like that, or Cobra, right? I just think this is too much. And it's a lot more than what you need. But it comes with extra accessories, like they justify the price. And again, the figure itself is not bad. They've done a great job with Tunnel Rat. They should have just made it nice and simple. Little flashlight. You know, this is fine. Flashlight, a side piece, and a smaller weapon. I mean, yeah, that's it. Other than that, it's and freaking the head. You see the head? I got a bobblehead. So again, this will be the this is it, I guess, for now. As always, thank you for spending time with me, ranting about my bobblehead tunnel rat. And as always, continue to support each other, continue to be a fine figure, and I will see you later.